There we go. That's it. That's it.
Here
We're
we
live
are.
now. All
We're
right.
live, baby.
There you go, man. Okay. We're just working out the kinks on this side of the
That's all it
on
is.
this
That's
side of
right.
the
That's
island.
right. It's a
That's right.
process, man.
So I am your intrepid host today, Hyperdrive, and with me as always is the Stone Mandalorian, who's usually sitting in Han Solo's chair, but not today. We're
I'm
flipping the
Chewbacca,
script a little
baby.
bit. Oh yeah,
I'm Chewbacca, baby.
Chewie.
I'm a little bit hairier than Hyper anyway, so it kind
Right,
of
right,
fits.
yeah. Well, I don't know
He's
about that.
better looking.
We'll compare down in Tennessee when we get down there, right? So yeah,
Let's go,
so.
dude. Can't wait to see you, man. It's gonna be so cool.
Oh, it's going to be a blast, and anybody who's going down there, I think we're going to have a really, really good time.
Yep, I got some Stone and Hyper stickers coming, and I'm gonna hook you up, Hyper, so you can hand some out, keep some for yourself, and it's gonna be really cool, man. If anybody sees us at ICC, please come say hey to me and Hyper. We'd love to talk to y'all, man. It'd be really cool.
You can get a picture of us together when and Stone will show off his back hair, right? To get that going if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it on stream, bro.
Exactly. So I don't know. I don't see anybody in chat just yet, but that's okay. Anybody with us?
Yeah.
Oh, is there? Okay, let's see.
We can just keep rolling with it.
Keep rolling. Well, anyways, so we'll give everybody a little bit of time to come in here and take a look. But today we're celebrating something I never really thought would happen ever, and it happened in about a year. And I just surpassed 500 subscribers doing my thing here. And Stone, now you said goodbye to 500 a long time ago, but it feels pretty good, man. It feels pretty good, right?
Yeah, and I told you, man, like it happens. That long wait, it makes it feel sweeter when it finally does that. And I told you it was going to happen, man. It's only going to be a matter of time, And what you're at like five. What you're like past 510 now, aren't you?
Something like that. I haven't checked. I try not to check every day because I don't want to, So you just kind of right. You just sort of roll with it, and then you just kind of see how your videos go, and one of the things that you and I talk about a lot is. In this world of YouTube streaming and Star Wars collecting, it's hard to remain authentic to what your channel goals are, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think you and I try really hard to remain authentic to what it is we're trying to do. And what we, like for my channel, I'm trying to keep it. I don't dabble in the reviews, and I don't dabble in the latest, greatest everything. I try to stick to the things that I know, and you try to stick to the things that you know. But you also go into the world of customizing and diorama building and all of that, where a lot of other people fear to tread. A lot of people fear to tread down that road, you know. And I love the fact that you just dove right in. You were like, let's do this. Let's just go. And you bought some figures and you bought some stuff and you got down with it. And look at you now. You're a very talented customizer and diorama builder, man.
Stop it. You're going to make me blush, man.
So
thank you, dude.
No, seriously. So what is it about? So getting past 500 or having 150, it doesn't really make any difference to me because I'm just going to keep doing what I do. And if people find it, if people find it and they like it, then that's what matters. But on the other side of the coin, you kind of do want your message to get out there and you do want to see the channel grow because that's reinforcement that what you're doing is good. You know? And so, milestones are a big thing. And so I'm very happy to have surpassed 500. And it means that I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And we got a lot of good stuff coming up over the next year over at Old Hyperdrive Collections and with the Stone Mandalorian. And we've got a few things to talk about tonight as far as the projects that are coming up. But and we also have a couple of giveaways tonight too as a thank you. So we've got one G.I. Joe, and this G.I. Joe was very popular on my channel, and he is basically like an anti-poaching team. So in my world, I decided to make some customs of G.I. Joes and Cobras.
I like that, man.
Yeah, it's cool. And so this is all the different tricks. So I writ dyed the skin to more of an African American, a very dark African American, and
that
then
looks so good.
Yeah, I writ dyed the pants to make them darker, and then I just a little bit of paint here and there, and made my own character. So so this was originally a Caucasian male character, And that RIT dye, man, it really just does a beautiful job.
That looks so cool.
Have you delved into the world of RIT dyeing yet?
Dude, I had some so I started off and I had some in my cart a couple months ago. I had a couple Mandalorians that I wanted to mess around with, and I had some green, and I made sure to get the synthetic. I had green, like tan. I was trying to go for like more neutral and natural colors because I was going to go for like a camo ish and just mix match the pauldrons and stuff like that.
Right.
But I never got around to it. I was just also going to get black just to like age and wash real quick. But I have not delved into it just yet. But I really want to. I'm really, really wanting to get into it, though.
So a lot of our subscribers, both you and I have many of the same subscribers, and you know the names. We see them all the time. And they're very active in the community, far more active than I can be, and you can be even.
We're thankful for them too, man.
We are. We have like an army. All right, maybe a squad. We've got a squad. Maybe
Yeah,
we've got a detail. We've got a small detail.
If you think about it this way, between the both of us, we have over 1,000.
That's true.
We kind of do have a little army, if you want to think of it that way. Yeah,
right. The Stoned and Hyper Legion.
Right? I like it. I like
exactly.
it.
Right. So
yes, sir.
You're like Serpentor, and I might be Destro or something like this. Right? But many of our subscribers have dabbled in the RIT dye, and many of them have far surpassed even what I can do, which is always a good thing. So you put out a little tutorial, and you're like, okay, let's just see if anybody takes the bait and bites on this. And when they do, and then I got people texting me on Instagram like a fire sale, dude. How do you do this RIT dye? How do you do that RIT dye? And then I get pictures sent to me of all these people RIT dyeing. So it's cool to see that it's getting out there.
100%. Yeah, I think you kind of like put a lot of people onto that, man. Because I've been seeing a couple things pop up with RIT dye now all of a sudden, and I had never heard about it until you mentioned it to me when we first met. Like, I don't know, like 6-7 months ago now, maybe a little bit longer. But I had never heard of anybody doing that before. So when you had mentioned that to me, I was like, damn, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know it was possible. But and then the way you like heat up the water and really open up the pores of the plastic, and it just helps the RIT dye helps the dye really seep, because RIT is the brand if you're not aware. It really helps the dye really get it, like it pulls that heat pulls in the plastic when it gets more malleable. So it was just a really ingenious way to like kind of wash or paint, or I mean it's dye. That's the method, but it's like, because when you paint, depending on what kind of paints you get, like Citadel or Vallejo, you might not have to water it down as much. But if you go with cheaper paints, you got to water it down. You got to do multiple coats. You got to have a really steady hand. Whereas with the RIT dye, you take it apart, throw in the pieces you want, leave it in there 10 to 20 seconds, 50 seconds, however much you want that dye to take effect on it. Like Hyper made me this Death Watch Mando, and he put it in a yellow RIT dye. And what that did is it kind of aged the baby blue down, and kind of almost gave it like a patina color, like it was almost sunburnt, like sun bleached. So it was just, you can really add, like, even if you don't want to like totally change the color, like turn it from this color to this color, you can even add hues and tints by just leaving it in there a couple seconds. And the way that Hyper figured that out, I've never seen anybody do it like you, man. So like, I've seen Timbo do it. He's done a great job. Our buddy Jacob at Star Wars Collective, he's going to be trying it very soon. He's starting to try his hand into customs. Trying to think of anybody else there have been quite a few people in amongst our little community that we've both built together, me and Hyper, that have been trying the RIT dye. So it's really cool, man.
Well, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but after many months of popular demand, I have taken the plunge into Instagram lately, and I'm slowly learning. And my sons are very quick to point out. They're like, "Dad, you've reposted that like 130 times," and I'm like, "Okay, wait, okay." So I'm still figuring it out, but I'm getting there. And so it's funny because a lot of people have started to reach out, and I would say probably I've had maybe 30 people ask me about RIT dye and then post pictures of what they've done. And the great thing about it is and I'm primarily my channel is primarily customizing and dioramas. So I appreciate when people have that interest and want to do it. So I'm always trying to help them out.
Yeah.
But I will say that damn, if they're not doing a better job than me, like, I'm like, hey, leave some for the rest of us there, guys. This is something.
Good student because of a good teacher. That's how it goes.
Hey man, well, I'm happy to see it, and the great thing about it is like, you can paint armor. So, nowadays with the articulation, the way figures are nowadays, armor is what I call floating armor. Like the shoulder pads are
The
now on their own
overlays.
overlays and all of that. And you can paint those, you can airbrush them, you can, put different finishes on them, weather them. But the problem has always been getting paint in the joints. And nobody likes to see that gummed up paint in the joints. Because the minute you articulate it one time, then it gums up, it separates, it flakes, and it looks like shit. So the RIT dye, it doesn't sit on the plastic, it impregnates the plastic, it goes down into it. So there's no more of that problem. So that's cool. And so I know that I know you like to do when you customize figures, you love armored characters, right? You're kind of an armored guy.
I am, man. When it comes to like aliens and like armored people, it's just because like and Black Series does such a good job with like making the articulation fit with the joints. Because you know how some Marvel Legends, the double pinned joints or the pinless double joints, that when you fully articulate them, it looks like really wonky in the elbows, it's like missing whole pieces. Black
Right.
Series is so flush and clean. Like they do a really good job making it articulate well and also making the joints, depending on how you pose it, look like they're not there. And when it comes to armored characters, it just look at this phase 1 clone trooper here.
I know.
This is such a beautifully done figure.
Is that the newer one with the removable helmet?
Yes, correct. It is the one with the removable helmet. I was going to try
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
It's a little tight. You can see it under there. It's a little tight, but
oh yeah. Yeah.
It's such a damn good fit. And the phase 1 has really been. I'm normally a phase 2 guy. There's just something about that phase 1 that's been calling to me lately.
And that white armor, I can tell you right now, Stoned, that white armor, the way the type of plastic it is, I have yet to do it, but I want to RIT dye the hell out of one of those things just to see what you can do. Because man, it would be pure color. Whatever color you pop into it,
that white
will just right,
pre-primed almost.
You know who I see really, dude. What about if Commander Cook ever dropped one on us like that?
Dude, you know what's weird? I was thinking about sending him like a clones or some Mandalorians and getting him to commission me and you some custom ones.
Well, I would love to see him do some RIT dye technique with his paint technique. That would be absolutely, the chain would just break.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, now you're broken, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That dude, he is so talented, and he's still a younger guy. Like he's not even in his fucking prime yet, dude. And yeah, man, so talented.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'll tell you, man. There's so many people. What I love about the Stone and Hyper show is that we seem to bring in a lot of those really talented people. I love it, and a lot of other channels, I know they're floating around doing their thing, but man, they really seem to gravitate towards ours, and I'm so fortunate to have that community as part of this, because that really is fun. And then if anybody is interested too, Stoned and I have the Stoned and Hyper community thread going on Instagram, and it's a pretty lively group. There's a lot of action on that Instagram thread, so please join us. And I mean, you cannot believe how much action there is on that Instagram thread, and people are popping pictures of customs and new pickups, and
it's fun
dioramas, RIT dye stuff. Timbo's dropped some RIT dye stuff on there. Like,
I thought about making us a Discord, like a Stone and Hyper Discord, where we can all communicate, kind of like Out of the Basement has, and they have their little McFarlane section, they have their Marvel Legends section. We can have like a Stone and Hyper Discord. I feel like that would be really fun, and obviously it would be open to everyone to join.
Just like the old school forums back on the old collector websites, right? You just pick the topic.
Exactly.
Dude, the forums. Yeah, that was it. I cut my teeth in those forums. Back in the day, like, remember Yak Face? I know Yak Face is a big name in the community right
now.
Yeah. And like, I go back with Yak Face 22, 23 years originally, going way back. And I was scrolling through my old forum thread there with some of my old custom work on it. And I'm like, 2003, 2004, 2001, and I'm like, damn, I've been in this game a while, and my stuff goes back decades before that, but it's funny because the thing about customizing is, a lot of people think, oh, I can never, I'm in my 30s. I can't figure out how to do it now, or I can't build a diorama. I'm too old to learn how to do that shit. What do you say to that, Stoned? What do you say to that?
Too old to. I think that's. I think it's absurd, and for somebody to like judge somebody else, it's like some women, and I'm not hating. Like some women go and get their nails done, and then like that next week they're peeling off, and they got to get them done again. And they're spending like hundreds or like 60 to hundreds of dollars to get their nails done. Like that makes you happy, right? I'm not going to tell you not to do that.
Right.
Don't tell me that I can't put together some materials with glue and fucking paint on them.
Right.
And then I'm going to have it forever till I fucking die. It's going to sit right there on my shelf, and I'm going to enjoy it every day I look at it. Whereas your nails, they're going to be gone next week, bitch. So, but yeah, for people that judge people for what they spend their money on, like you can have your opinion and be like, personally, I don't see the value in it. I don't see the purpose. You can have your opinion, but when you start telling other people like what they can and can't do, that's when I'm like, nope, line drawn. That's when you got to cut it. You don't tell other people what to enjoy or how to enjoy. As long as they're not hurting nobody, making somebody else pay for it, or trying to shove it down your throat and make you do it too. I think do what you want. Do what you want.
Well, I think one of my favorite moments of the last year on our show is when you ever built that diorama. I did that how to build series, and then you were like, all right, challenge accepted, let's do it. And dude, you damn near dropped a dio as good as mine on the first shot.
I don't know about that.
Dude, it was awesome. It was good. I was looking at the pictures of it. I was looking at the pictures of it hard last night, and I'm like, this motherfucker comes in, grabs the paprika and the garlic peel, and just killed it. Killed it. And I'm like, okay, so, and I remember you had some doubts. You were like, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know if I can do this. And then you just came in and ILM'd it. It was like old school practical effects, dropping some serious good work on it. And I was like, look at that. Look at this guy. He's not too old. You could, at 30 years old, you can start doing models and dios and customs.
Yes.
It's not like your skills are going to deteriorate or you won't have them because you got into it late in the game,
Yep.
And by the way, so you just mentioned nails, doing your nails. Women go and do their nails and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my good friend, the Savage Land, over on the G.I. Joe side of things. Now, he just posted some pictures to me. I cannot wait, and everybody should check this out. He got some nail tattoos, like temporary nail tattoos. Like women get those little tiny temporary tattoos on their nails, like little pictures of things and whatnot. Yeah, tiny little temporary tattoos that women put on their nails. Well, you would not believe how good they look on Joe's and Figures, because now he's got their logos and things on the t-shirt. So they're like little water slides. So he bought these little Wu-Tang things. And he's got a G.I. Joe in a t-shirt with the Wu-Tang logo on it. And it is so sick, man.
That is sick, man.
And he's going to give me a couple. He's going to send them a couple to me.
All right.
Like, damn it, man. Dude. That's a great idea.
My brother loved Wu-Tang.
Oh, everybody likes Wu-Tang, right?
Wu-Tang's the shit. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah. So, and I thought, how cool is that? Like, you could have a clone trooper with a Wu-Tang, like an ARC trooper with a Wu-Tang. Yes. I'm like, oh my God, that would be so awesome, wouldn't it?
Dude.
Like, just a little subtle thing, right? Like a little Wu-Tang on the clone armor would be so sick. That's so, awesome, there's so many, I just love the fact that people are out there looking and finding stuff like temporary nail tattoos, and they're like, let's put it on a G.I. Joe or a clone trooper, and it works. Dude, that's so sick, So,
hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. And remember, I had this conversation with you when you get your custom figure, because you might see some stuff on there that'll surprise you like this. So,
shit, dude.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. For those who don't know, I'm doing a custom figure of Stone Mandalorian. And,
I'm so excited, man.
And the Stone Mandalorian has many a tattoo. And
I just a few.
Right. A few. So this is another one of the great moments. So about a month ago now, I said, "Hey, Stone, I want to do a custom figure review." And I had done one for Star Wars Collective, and he's famous for wearing the biker scout trooper helmet and a black T-shirt. Right? It's it's kind of he's known for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do a custom figure of him and I send it off to him, and it's pretty cool.
It was very cool,
and
he loved it. You could tell.
Yeah, I think he liked it.
He did. I can. Yeah.
Well, so I was like, all right, Stoned, you're next. You're next on my hit list. Right? So Stoned, I'm like, hey man, I need some pictures of your tattoos. And so about 24 hours go by, right? And I'm sitting on my couch, and all of a sudden I get the notification that I get some videos, right? And my wife is sitting next to me on the couch. And the next thing you know, there's Stoned, and he's like showing me all the tats, all the ink all over his body. And she's like, my wife looks over and she's like, so it's like that, is it? And I'm like, yes, honey. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Why do you think I'm getting these free piggies?
Right? And I'm like, no, I'm doing a tattoo. And I asked to see his tattoos. And
she's like, what you think? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right, exactly. So it's like we're sending, So anyways, but that's the funny story behind all of that. But
that was hilarious, dude.
Dude, I can't wait to drop this figure in the mail to you. It's gonna
dude, you're gonna ask for pictures of me. You could actually at least buy me dinner or something, or send me a few more figures, something, right. Bro.
Exactly, right? Especially when you're showing me the upper calf area, and Shannon's like, "What are you two doing?"
Jesus,
I know. And she's like, "What are you? Why are you reaching for the hair remover?" I'm like, "Never mind, Shannon. Never mind.
Don't worry about it. Don't ask too many questions."
Exactly. Right. So that's coming. I can't wait to drop that one for you, man.
But I'm so excited, man. I'm honored for real.
It's going to take me about a month, probably another month to get that one completely done.
Take your time, man. No rush at all, dude.
Yeah. So, but hey, we're a little bit slow in the chat right now, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to look. See, it is kind of strange. We're 20 minutes in and we don't have.
I know we're going live.
Kind of strange.
Hey, you know what? It's a Sunday afternoon, and I think most people are getting ready for Out of the Basement for sure.
It's probably yeah. It's still. I don't even see you live on your channel, man.
No.
I'm looking on your. I'm on your channel now, and I'm looking at your live. I don't have any.
It says we're live.
It does say we're live, but I don't see anything. My wife just texted me too. She says I don't. She said everything okay. I don't see y'all live.
I don't understand what's
going on. Oh shit, that was at 1:14. It says live though.
Right, it says live. So what's going on here?
Huh.
All right. So hold on a second.
Yeah, my wife literally just texted me a few minutes ago, said I don't see y'all.
You see it clearly on the screen. It says live, right?
Yeah, it says live right now, dude. Dude, there's just no way, because even all the boys, like Jacob and Brian, they would have been live,
right? Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, we're 20. Yeah, we should have known that. We're 20 minutes in and there's nobody. That's kind of weird.
It is weird, but I don't understand. Let's see. So, what's up?
Did you you linked it to your YouTube, right?
Yeah.
That is
okay. Wait a second. Let me. All right, let me try something here, man. Let me try something.
Dude, take your time, dude. I'm gonna look you up on my laptop too.
All right, hold on now.
Because, dude, that's just strange for you to have nobody in here. I just don't believe that. And me and you were just yapping. I didn't even realize.
I know, right? But let me just see here. YouTube. I hope we don't lose. Oh shit! Let's see. So.
Yeah, dude. I don't see it on here, man. It's very strange.
I don't get it either. So go live. Okay.
Huh.
Wait a second now. We're going stream. Hey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, I'm still here, dude. It does say live though.
I know. What's up?
Because, dude, I'm on my laptop and I'm on your page, and I only see your 2 lives. And normally it would have you going. Yeah, you're at 517, dude.
Right. Okay, so hold on a second here. Let me just try this.
What the hell, man?
I don't know.
Yeah, man, because there's just no way we're 20 minutes in and there's nobody in chat. That's just not. There's no way.
Right. I totally agree. I'm just
And, and man, you were just sitting here yapping like I didn't even think to. That's so strange.
It is
man.
weird, man. Okay, go live.
Huh.
All right, dude. What did I do? What did I do? Or what didn't I do?
That is very, very strange, man.
All right. I don't know, dude. This really pisses me off.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I'm sorry, dude.
So it says end stream live. So I don't understand. What did I not do? I'm on StreamYard. It connected over to YouTube. It says go live. We hit live. Right? So
that is so strange, dude.
Click on comments. I got my comments going. I got everything right. So dude, what? Let's see. Two cavemen trying to figure this shit out is not good. All right.
Well, dude, I'm sorry. It's fucked up like that.
I know. Let me see.
It's really strange, dude. I bet everybody's wondering where the hell are y'all?
I know, right? Yeah, seriously. Hey, can you do me a favor and go into the stream, the Instagram chat, and just let everybody know that we've been talking to nothing for 25 minutes? Because what the hell? All right.
That is so strange, man.
I don't. Wouldn't you just, when it says we're live and it says go to YouTube, go live, you would think that would mean that you're on, right? I mean,
yeah, there's no other way. That's really strange, man. There's no other way to do it.
Right. So I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Let me see.
Dude, that is so live. Crazy.
All right, let's just see if we can do it this way.
That is really wild, dude.
Right.
Yeah, because it is not popping up anywhere. I'm on my phone. I'm on YouTube. I'm on the laptop here.
All right, here I'm now live. Let's see. So how do I get to StreamYard now from here? Hey everybody, I'm sorry about that. We have some serious technical difficulties as always. Welcome to the show. I'm trying to get Stoned on here. Let's see. Where is he? Stoned. How do I invite you on now from this? You there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. You see me?
Yeah, I got you. I'm now live on YouTube for sure.
Okay, we're live now?
Yeah, but I don't know how to get you. Hey, there's Brian. Hey guys, sorry about that. We were live. Stoned and I were live for the last 25 minutes, but nobody was getting it. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get Stoned on here now. So let's see. Hey, Stoned, how do I connect to the StreamYard from here? Do you know?
Oh, you're live on YouTube right now?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now.
Oh man, that's so. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You should have been able to connect it to your YouTube through StreamYard.
Right, that's what I was doing.
That's really strange. So you don't see me right now.
I don't see you at all, man. I have you on StreamYard.
Yeah,
I've got you. I'm on live stream YouTube, and
maybe send me another link to my email, man.
Okay. All right. To your email. Hold on one sec.
Oh, take your time, dude. That is really strange, man.
It's really weird, man. Sorry, everybody. We're just trying to get this all set up here, and we're having technical difficulties as always. But
we were having some pretty good conversation for the past 25 minutes, and me and Hyper are just sitting here yapping, and we're like, there's nobody in chat. That's quite strange. And then we were looking, and I went, well, Mrs. Stone texted me and said, I don't see y'all live right now. And I was like, oh,
right.
Something's wrong. Something's up.
Oh, that was just really weird. Yeah. So hold on. I'm going to send it to you again.
Okay, man. And whenever you send it to me, I'm going to leave this StreamYard chat, and I'm going to go join your new link.
Okay.
Wait till I see that link before I leave.
Okay, we're going to forward. All right, it's coming at you now, man.
Gotcha, dude.
All right.
Make sure I get it. All right, there. Okay, I'm going to leave this one real quick, okay, man?
All right, you got it. Good afternoon, everybody. I see everybody in chat. Thank you so much. So Stone and I, we just had a weird little glitchy thing where it said we were live on YouTube for the last 30 minutes or so. And we were chatting it up, having a good time, and not so much. We were not live. So I'm so sorry about that. Now I'm live and trying to get him live. So it's two cavemen trying to figure out, we're trying to throw rocks at the computer until we figure it out, you know. So Brian Myers, Galactic Artisan Customs, Star Wars Collective, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Technical difficulties aside, I really appreciate the support. We're doing the 500th, over 500 subscribers now here at Hyperdrive Collection. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And what we're going to do tonight is do a couple of giveaways. And I've got two custom figures. Actually, one of them is right here. This is the G.I. Joe that we're doing for the G.I. Joe side of things. This is an anti-poaching custom. This was originally a Caucasian figure that I use my Rit dye technique, and now he is a dark-skinned African sort of a anti-poaching brigade. So the lore of G.I. Joe and Cobra is, G.I. Joe's the good guy, Cobra's the bad guy. Cobra has all these different types of factions, and they're always up to no good with their nefarious schemes, including many times using animals that are extinct for different kinds of testing and things. So maybe G.I. Joe has some sort of a anti-poaching unit that would be used to combat that. So I thought it would be fun to do this one custom. So not only was the skin Rit dyed, but also the pants have been Rit dyed to be a little bit darker than the shirt, as well as a little bit of paint here and there, just a little bit of paint. And this is a unique custom figure. The hat was also painted. I did the paint with an airbrush on this one. So it's just a fun figure and something unique to have to add to your Joe collection. And then we have also a figure that got a lot of interest on my channel. And this is a really interesting sort of weird, really a weird figure, if you ask me. I just had some fun with some leftover parts. So this is a Ned B, a Star Wars Black Series Ned B figure, and an NBA starting lineups Joel Embiid figure. And Joel Embiid is the head. It fit perfectly onto the Ned B body. And he's also got some custom Rit dyed Under Armour high tops. So I thought that was kind of a fun use of some figure fodder that I had. So then what I did was on this one, usually people know me for being a Rit dye, but on that figure, I did not touch any Rit dye except for the sneakers. That figure was both with an airbrush and Tamiya spray cans, done with a really beautiful color blue, very unique, different color blue. And so the armor has been dyed this beautiful blue. It's not coming out on the camera. I've got a little bit too much sunlight in here, but this is a very, very aquamarine blue in person. I think you'll very like it. And then it's all been weathered. You can maybe see some of the finer weathering details. So that's kind of a fun figure, and I know a lot of people really like that one. So we've got some cool customs, hopefully, to give away. And hey, look at the chat now finally going on. again, I am so sorry, you guys, for whatever happened there. Stoned and I still can't really figure it out. We had it all going on. It said we were live, but that's how it goes. Stoned, I'll make it up to you, dude. I promise you. I don't know what happened there. But thank you for attempting to be my first live guest. So Stoned and I were talking a lot about in the first 25 minutes. We'll do just a brief recap, and that is, my channel is primarily and hopefully always will be about customs and dioramas and artistic expression first and foremost. Not just in the Black Series line, but in the 4-inch line, the Micro Galaxy, and then other figure lines too, G.I. Joe. I've even done a couple of He-Man figures and some other things. And that's always kind of been what my channel's been about. And over the last year, the first year I started back in late 2023, very late 2023. And then it really exploded. I put a couple of custom figures online that, I was just kind of putting them on, and all of a sudden they really blew up. I had a couple that had a few thousand views and a lot of comments. And I went, wow, some people really kind of like this, So over the last year, in my collaboration on the Stoned and Hyper show with Cody, it's really started to take off. And, I had like 80 subscribers, and then maybe I was sitting around 110, 120 for the longest time, for the better part of a year. And then in the last 6 months, it's exploded again. And while it's never going to ever really be about numbers for me, it is nice to hit certain landmarks because it kind of means that people are enjoying what I'm doing. So I like that. Who doesn't like that, right? So again, it's always going to be a smaller channel. I'm never going to really get into reviews or other things. I'm going to leave that to the experts. I'm always going to be sort of a creative content maker first and foremost. So if that's the kind of thing that you like, you're going to find something hopefully that interests you on my channel. A lot of people, who are already in this chat know the type of stuff that I do, the kind of content that I remake. But I've just recently done some really cool, interesting background pieces and some things that I started thinking about, what are some diorama pieces that you can make that you can use for any diorama, not just one specific diorama or one specific scene or one specific franchise, And so one of the things that I just created, and I'm going to show it to you here in a moment, is I wanted to make a Starfield backdrop that you can put in back of any diorama, whether it be a G.I. Joe diorama, a fantasy diorama, Star Wars. It's going to look good because it's just a Starfield, like a starry night. And I'm going to go get that for you. It's just right out of my reach, but I'm going to go get it. I'm going to show you. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with if you or your significant other does any sewing or any sort of crafting. There's our favorite in our area. We have all the big ones. We have Hobby Lobby, we have Michael's, and we have Joann's. And Joann's we've always found to be the best for the type of thing that my wife likes to do. So my wife is a very talented seamstress, and she goes to Joann's quite a bit. And for those who don't know, Joann's is going out of business. They were liquidated, and so over the next couple of months, they're liquidating all of their things. And there have been some incredible sales on things like fabrics. And while typically I don't use a lot of fabrics, I have used some fabrics in the past. And my wife was there, and she said, "Hey, there's this really cool, Starfield, almost like Galaxy Night Sky type of fiber, type of fabric. Would that be of interest to you?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'll make it myself. I'll make my own Starfield backgrounds. And she's like, "Well, I don't know. It's cheap enough. They're basically giving it away. Would you like me to pick up some?" So I said, "Sure, why not?" And And so she brought it home yesterday, and I was like, I'm absolutely smitten by this stuff. And I mounted it to some paper or to some foam core board, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if you can see this, but it is incredible. And that is one of the most interesting, cool pieces of diorama building that I've ever done. And it's simply just a piece of fabric that looks just like the night sky. Costs about $2, mounted to a piece of $1 foam core board from the dollar store. And I have used it now as the basis for what I'm going to do moving forward. So I now have a Starfield background that I can add and in back of any diorama, and that really saves time, and it saves money, because now I can use it over and over and over again. And she actually bought me another one. Now that's a black based one, and so when you light that particular Starfield, this one here, when you light this black one under certain lighting conditions, if you have different colored lights on it, if you have a red light on it, or a blue light, or a yellow light, it will take on the appearance of that light. So it gives you some really interesting dusky type of looks. And I'm really excited about what that can do. But then she brought home some other fabric, which is the same exact pattern, but it's on almost like a light gray background. And what that does is that really makes it look like dusk. So maybe, sometime late afternoon, late summer, and it's extraordinary stuff. So it really adds a lot of depth and richness to the dioramas. So again, that was just a really cool pickup and something that I'm excited to sort of put forth moving forward. Hyper is a hot mess. Yes, absolutely. Dude, you have no idea. Well, you do. You're starting to get an idea, right? And Hakuna Matata is right. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But anyways, so I'm really excited about making some modular pieces to world building. And I know we have a lot of people in the house right now who are really into that stuff. A lot of people are into dioramas. I know Timbo Toys, Gen X Brian. Brian has just made a really cool piece. If you haven't, well, he was able to obtain a really cool piece, and it's the Cantina band, the bandstand with all the custom instruments and everything. That is so cool, and that's worth a watch if you haven't seen it. And so go check that out on Gen X Brian's channel. His Cantina, his custom 3D printed Cantina band diorama. That's definitely worth a look. But so moving forward, I'm going to do a couple of these different types of Starfield backgrounds. And I even found yesterday, I went to Joann's myself, and I found some stuff that kind of looks like clouds, and almost like a sunny day with some clouds. So I bought some of that, and I want to see if I can get the same type of effect with the clouds. And the way I light it could potentially be really cool. So, for a couple of bucks, a piece of foam core board is $1. And then these pieces of fabric right now at going out of business, Joann's, is like, $2 or $3 a piece. And you could probably make 5 of them out of the amount that they give you for that amount. So it's cool. But then we have some other cool things coming up. The channel is going to have, I've been sticking to one diorama per month. This past month, I did the Tusken Raider Junlin Waste diorama, and that seems to be pretty popular. And I did a Tusken encampment with a little Tusken family in the middle of like a dune waste kind of thing, in the middle of Tatooine. And then in February, we did the Race to Tashi Station. So if you haven't checked those out, go ahead and give them a shout out. And yes, Stone Mandalorian, that is correct. We are doing the swamp in April. So we're going to do a swamp diorama. And this one is going to be something very different. I'm really kind of in love with the modular thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a series of little islands. The way that if you were to look out onto a swamp, you're going to see these little risers that stick out of the murky water, little swamps with, twigs and trees and all kinds of plants and stuff on them. And they're going to sit on top of the water base. So we're going to build a base of water. We're going to use some of that water, those water kits that make artificial water and dioramas. We're gonna put that on, and then we're gonna have the little islands sit on top of that, and then you're gonna be able to move the islands around the way you want. So you're gonna get a million different choices and a million different setups and configurations with this diorama. So that's kind of the goal, is to be able to make a water base, a swampy base. The water's going to be murky and kind of ugly swamp water. And then you're going to have these individual islands sitting on top of it so that then you can reposition them around. And then the other goal is I want to see if I can find a happy medium. We're going to try to make it so that it would work for either 6-inch or 4-inch figures. And I think we can get there. There's enough plant matter in the world where we can do both. I think we can do that. So let me just catch up with the chats here. I know. Oh, yes, the chain. Okay, so we got to talk about this chain for a second. So absolutely, this is the celebratory chain. Here in Boston, baseball season starts. We got the Celtics in the playoffs, and we've got baseball season starting. And I am a huge Red Sox fan. And this is a chain that I wear. And I know, for instance, Gen X Brian is a big Mets fan. We've talked. I'm actually kind of a Mets guy myself. So I don't know, something about opening weekend. Opening day was actually Stone's birthday this year too. So I told Stone, dude, you got to pick a team. Let's get let's get a fantasy thing going on, in our little community here, a little fantasy baseball thing going on, But this chain, yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen these. These are now like a big thing in cities with pro sports teams. They got hockey and basketball ones and everything. But this is my Boston chain. So my wife is terrified. So sometimes she'll be like, on my nights off, she'll be like, hey, can you meet me for dinner at this restaurant? I'll be like, of course I can. And she'll have to specify. She's like, don't you wear that chain. Don't wear the chain. Of course I wear the chain, People love the chain. Yeah, what's up with that? So Oakland, I feel so bad for Oakland. So Oakland loses the baseball team and Ricky Henderson dies in the same year. Like, that's tough. I don't know how Oakland is even getting up in the morning after that, That's a tough loss. I think I'm almost more, if you're an Oakland fan, you probably miss Ricky more than the baseball team at this point, But I don't know. Yeah, I know. And of course, on the East Coast, especially in the Northeast, Boston, New York, Philly, there's a lot of baseball hatred. Chicago, even. I'll throw Chicago in there. Right? It is even more depressing now. That's right. Yeah, right. Smoltz. Oh, Stone throwing a John Smoltz in there. Okay. Yes. Hall of Fame pitcher, for those who don't know. Atlanta Braves. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that explains the chain. But at any rate, so I thought we'd kick things off. I know I said between 1 and 2, and I know that the Out of the Basement show is coming on in a few minutes. So what I've done is I've actually gotten my phone here, and I've got, do a giveaway now, because you guys have been waiting long enough, and I apologize for that. So I have taken the liberty of, I kind of knew who was going to show up tonight. And I've got, I've got all the list of the people in chat on my phone here. And I've got one of these wheels, right? Like, oh man, can't really see it, but there it is right there. So there's the wheels. So now, if you have to be in chat to participate, so I'm going to take one of these names off, whose name is not here. Doug, are you present? Is Doug in the house? Is Doug in the house? Because if not, I'm going to have to take him off the wheel. Going once, going twice, Doug. All right, I'm going to take you off the list. All right, so everybody else I do have on the list in here. So we're going to do a giveaway right now. And we're going to spin this wheel and we're going to see who we get. Ready? And we'll do it live on TV. So let's go. Oh, wait a minute. All right, let's spin this wheel. Timbo Toys? Is Timbo in the house? Is Timbo in the house? I thought for sure he'd be here. I thought I saw him in here a minute ago. No? Timbo Toys? All right, guys, should we let Timbo's always here. Should we let Timbo win? Or should we respin for the figure? Oh, by the way, I should have told you. This first one is for the G.I. Joe. I'm sorry. This was for the G.I. Joe. Okay. Timbo gets the W. He's walking away with the custom G.I. Joe anti-poaching unit figure. There we go. Yes, you're right. He does deserve it. He does deserve it. Especially for putting up with all this first 25 minutes bullshit, right? He's probably been waiting in here and he's like, hell with it. I'll see you guys later. So congratulations to Timbo Toys. He's the winner of the G.I. Joe. I don't even know. Actually, Timbo and I have talked about G.I. Joe quite a bit. So he is familiar with G.I. Joe and likes G.I. Joe. So that's cool. All right. I'm happy about that. So, yeah, so getting back to the current projects, there's going to be a couple of projects. The first one is the Swamp Diorama. And that's the April project. And I know there's been quite a few people who are excited about winning that. So that's cool. So we're gonna get the Swamp Diorama done. That'll take the entire month of April. And then what I thought we would do is I thought we would then go into Endor. I think we would do an Endor Ewok Village type of diorama. So I think that would be a lot of fun. And then what we would have done is we would have gone from Geonosis to Tatooine to a swamp environment and then sort of a forest tree environment. So I kind of want to do something very different at each level. And then if you haven't figured it out by now, I also kind of do like a secret diorama off screen that's related to the diorama that's being filmed. So that's what I did with the Tatooine diorama. When I did the Race to Tashi Station, I also did the Tatooine Tusken Raider camp, the Jundland Waste one. So you kind of, because it's a similar theme. So we'll do a swamp diorama and then we'll do sort of a secret diorama that I will present afterwards that's kind of related to the swamp. Okay. And then when we go to Endor, we'll kind of do the same thing. We'll do like an Endor Ewok Village type of diorama, and then maybe we'll do like a ground forces type of bunker type of diorama or something like that. So it'll keep it fun and fresh, and then you kind of get 2 for 1. And the way that I do it is the techniques that I use in the tutorial for whatever planet we're on will work for both the one that we're doing, obviously, and then the one that we're doing off camera. So we'll kind of do it that way. Let's see. Yeah, right, exactly. So I think Timbo, everybody needs an anti-poaching game warden at the mall. That's perfect. I think he's going to get a kick out of that. He's going to be like, "What the hell am I supposed to do with this?" But it's all right. He's getting it. He can do with it what he wishes once he gets it. It's all his. So now, okay. So do you guys want to go a little bit longer, or do you guys want to cut it and do out of the basement? I know that's kind of coming up on people's radar. We do have another custom to give away, but like I said, now we've hit it would have been a full hour had we gotten our shit together. So I apologize. You want to go a little bit longer? All right, SWC, you got it. So now the other thing is, Stoned and I were talking about how, all right, yeah, we can do another hour. Sure, of course. Let's do it. So Stone and I, for the first 25 minutes, we're talking a lot about how I've started to get into Instagram. I'm in the Instagram game a little bit more, starting to figure it out. And despite my inability to just post the same thing once as opposed to 50 times, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to figure it out. And the Stoned and Hyper thread that we have going on, if you haven't joined it, and I think everybody in chat right now has joined it, but it's been a lot of fun. I love the way everybody's like posting their pickups, posting their customs. I've seen all kinds of awesome things, pictures of their car, all of it. That's really cool. And I try to check in at least once a day and see what's going on. And every time I do, I can't believe how many threads or how many postings there have been since the last time I checked, and so it's so good. I'm loving this community that we're building. Is so cool. I'm hoping that others want to come in and do it too, and I think that would be really, really cool. And hey, by the way, speaking of, so Stoned, what's the latest on your logo situation? I know you were talking about needing to swap up your logo for copyright infringement. So were you able to figure that out? Were you able to work with anybody? I know I saw in the threads there were a couple of people who maybe had an idea for your new logo. Has anybody jumped on that? So is that the new logo? Is that the official new logo? Because it's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah. Reach out to a new artist. All right. Are you going to kind of go with like a hammerhead, like a generic hammerhead character? Or are you going to have to go with something else different? Because you could maybe do like a generic off-brand, like an off-brand, like if you ordered Hammerhead from Temu, maybe they could get away with it that way, or maybe instead of calling him like Momon Adon, you could call him like, hammer-shaped head or something, something sort of generic, the way like the way things in China are named, like woodworking prefecture, hammer character, something like that. Okay, that's a good idea. A tattoo artist would definitely be able to nail that for sure. Oh yeah. Just pay him. You gotta, definitely just throw a couple $100 at him and say, hey, I need this done, Unc. See, now you got me worried about my logo because I've got a custom Mandalorian, but I guess I could get hit on that. Troy, what's up, man? Troy, thank you so much. I'm so glad I don't have to take you off of the prize wheel now. Troy's just joining us, and Troy, we just gave away the first figure, the first custom figure, and it was this G.I. Joe, this custom Rit-dyed G.I. Joe. And Timbo Toys won it, as a matter of fact. So nice job, Timbo. Hopefully you like it. Troy, we've got one more giveaway. And this one here, I'll just recap it again. If you can see, it's this was originally a Caucasian figure. And I Rit-dyed his skin to be that dark, very dark African-skinned type of figure that you might see in Africa. He is a game warden or an anti-poaching team leader. His pants were also Rit-dyed, and I airbrushed his hat, and he's just got a different custom look to him. And so of course the classified figures are the same size as the Black Series figures. Now I know this isn't a huge classified crowd, but I will tell you that classified figures tend to run a little bit bigger than Star Wars figures, and I would say that like a classified figure on average is probably about a quarter of an inch taller than a Star Wars figure. The classified figures are almost run more concurrently with a deluxe figure, almost the size of like Wrecker. So a classified figure is about the size of Wrecker. That's a really good way to compare it. So they do work. They do work. They're just much larger humans, the way Wrecker sort of works with the Black Series, but he's larger. So basically this guy, what I'm saying is I'm going to take a cheap shot at Hasbro. This guy probably towers over Kelnaka. Let's just put it that way. He towers over Kelnaka. And, so that figure, man. So I got to say, so I have such a love-hate relationship with that figure. It really is kind of, aggravating me. I don't know how people feel about it. I like the figure. I do like the figure, but he's too small. He should be as tall as Chewbacca, at least, in my opinion. And the face is just, what did they do? What did they do to the face? I don't get it. It doesn't look like the character. There's not enough paint on the face. It's not working for me. So he's kind of like a generic Jedi Wookiee, which is cool. That works. But he's just not Kel Naka, at least in my opinion. Now, you guys can disagree if you want, but at least my copy doesn't look like Kel Naka. I've got the side by sides, photos of him and stuff, and I'm like, it's not it. But he does look cool. He's a cool looking Wookiee Jedi for sure, but he's a bit undersized, so he'll fit right into your G.I. Joe Classified. He's going to look better in your G.I. Joe Classified, like some sort of Yeti or Sasquatch character or something like that. All right, let's see what we got here. Everybody's saying, what's up? What's up? Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, the other thing about these two figures that I'm giving away, and Troy, I'll just recap for you. The other one is this figure that I've featured on my channel. He is a combination of the Ned B droid and an NBA starting lineups figure. And the NBA starting lineups that you can buy at Ollie's, they're like $5 a piece right now. If you are not familiar with those figures and you like to customize or even just kit bash, you really need to take a look at those figures, because they have removable jerseys. So you have an entire human male body underneath, shirtless. So with like really good definition, butterfly joints, all the latest Hasbro articulation, shirtless. And there's different sizes of male bodies, different colors of skin. You have very, very dark ones. You have very, very light skinned. You have Caucasian. You have a huge range of, so there's like 8 NBA characters. They're all different sizes. They're all different skin colors, and they just work great. And so they come with hands. Probably the most interesting thing for most people is the NBA hands. They all have a set of splayed hands that look just like that. And they fit exactly onto your Black Series figures. They have the same peg system. And so you have now splayed hands. They come with about 6 hands apiece. So you can get splayed hands just like a Jedi would want, And so that's a very good thing if you're into that type of a thing. So I can imagine a lot of people would want splayed hands. We're always talking about Hasbro should give us, more splayed hands. Well, the NBA figures, they've got them, so that would be one really good option. So just heat it up in some hot water, or take a hair dryer or a heat gun, heat up the wrist, pop the hand out slowly, and then pop in the other peg, and now you have a Jedi or anybody just with a splayed hand. So it's a really, really great way to add some variety to your Jedi, especially. Let's see. Uh-oh, what are we doing now? Uh-oh, did I do something wrong again? I probably did. Frozen. Stoned and I, oh my God. Seriously. I got to put these rocks down when I use my computer. I just hit my computer with a rock until it works the way I want it to. That's basically what I do these days. So again, I feel like I need to apologize one more time. Stoned and I were having a jolly old time. It said we were going live, and we were talking about it real good, and bam, damn if it didn't go live for us on the stream. So first 25 minutes were kind of a bust, but hopefully we'll be able to pull it together here for a little bit. And so I know we've only got a couple of people in chat right now, but maybe we'll give it another couple of minutes and we'll do another drawing. So but the other thing too is when it comes to I know Brian was talking about the availability of the Ned B figures. He had made a comment recently on a video. I'm doing a couple of custom troopers, and they use the Ned B buck, the Ned B body, and I swap out the heads and arms and other things. And you couldn't find them at Ollie's anymore. But I'll tell you what, right now on Amazon, so I bought 5 Ned Bs, the deluxe figure, the Ned B deluxe on Amazon for $9 a piece. So that's a pretty good deal. You could get a lot of fodder for $9 a piece. So, delivered with free Amazon Prime shipping, that's $45 for 5 Ned Bs. And then the other one that you can take advantage of is there's the deluxe set with the Purge Trooper, and that Ned B is another fantastic figure. It's got that sort of carbonized finish to it. It doesn't matter though; you can paint over that if you want. And that also is that 2-pack is right now about $21. So now I will tell you, for those people who are interested, if you want to use the Ned B, the carbonized one in the 2-pack is not going to RIT dye the same way as the uncarbonized one will. So that carbonizing glaze that gives it that shine, that sort of strange shine, will affect the RIT dye negatively. So chances are it will either, I've had two different outcomes with that one. The RIT dye will either not affect the plastic, or it will affect it and make it look very blotchy, depending on how thick that carbonized glaze is on the figure, and it varies from piece to piece. So if you want to RIT dye and custom dye the Ned B figure, use the deluxe one, not the 2-pack carbonized one. Okay, so use the deluxe Ned B, not the carbonized one. So that's the most important one. If you want to paint it, if you're just going to paint the armor, spray paint it or paint it with a brush or an airbrush or something, then you can use the carbonized one. But just know that's the difference. And the other thing is, neither the Ned B or the carbonized Ned B, the underskeleton, the metal underskeleton, that gray robot looking part, neither of those are carbonized, so they don't have the weathering, that glaze on it. So those will dye beautifully. And on one of my videos, I showed you what the metal underbody looks like. I RIT dyed it red, and it looks really cool. So you might be interested in that. So just know that if you're going to do any of that, Brian, or Star Wars Collective or any of that, you might want to remember that. Okay, so. Let's see. Okay, how many people do we have in chat here? We've got well, we don't have that many, but that's okay. We're gonna just keep on rolling. If you're here, raise your hand. If you're in chat at the moment, raise your hand. Is anybody here, or did everybody switch over to out of the basement? Anybody still in the house? All right, I tell you what. Why don't we do this? Let's do the final giveaway. If anybody's here, I'll give it a couple of minutes. Is anybody still here on the chat for the giveaway? Because we're about to do the drawing for this figure. Now, the thing about this figure is it's a little bit, the lighting in this room is not quite right. So it looks almost like a gray color. This is a very, very aquamarine color. If you watch the video on this figure, you're going to see that it's the coloring on the video is exactly the color. That was I didn't treat that video. So it's a very, very vibrant aquamarine, aqua blue, very beautiful color blue. And it does have some weathering on it, but it is not this gray color that you see. I don't know, it's just the way the camera works and the lighting and all of that. But this is a much more vibrant blue. So, all right. Anybody here? Damn, man. Frozen. I'm not. It says I'm still going on, man. Damn. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Is anybody here? Hello? Can anybody see me? Oh, man. Hey, is anybody there? All right. So here's what we're going to do. If anybody's still here, hello? Is anybody there? Can anybody just let me know if they hear me? Can anybody hear me? I don't know, man. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the last giveaway. And we'll just wrap it up because I know people are doing other things. So, okay. Hello? Anybody hear me? Hey, can you hear me at all? It says I'm still live. All right. We're going to do this drawing here. So, let's go. Ready? We're going to spin it. See what we got. All right, we're going with Doug. Doug is the winner. So Doug is the winner of this Star Wars figure. So Doug, this will reach out to me on Instagram, Doug, and I will get you. Okay. So hopefully, Doug, if you see this, you'll enjoy the figure. Thank you, everybody. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but hopefully we can do. I'll do better next time. I want to thank you for all the support that you've given me. And if anybody does see this, please know how much I appreciate it. I'm going to wrap it up. You guys go watch Out of the Basement. I will talk to you soon. And thank you so much. Oh my God, I can't believe what happened. All the technical difficulties I had with this thing. So I quit it after about 42 minutes. I got the messages that you were frozen, but it said I was going live and my camera was still going. So I don't know what the heck is going on. I wanted to know that Doug actually won the second figure, the blue Ned B figure. And I'll reach out to him and let him know that he won, period. Guys, I want to thank you so much for the support. I'm so sorry for all the technical difficulties. I'm so sorry it was a horrible live stream. Stoned, I apologize, man. I don't know what happened, brother. Period. We'll get it going and do better. Oh my God, dude, what a disaster. So Doug won the second giveaway, so I'll reach out to him and make sure he got it. Timbo got the first one. But yeah, man, I don't understand what's going on because now I'm getting notifications that we were live. According to my YouTube channel, it said we were live. And then now it said, I don't know what the hell is going on, man. It's so weird because I scheduled the thing just like it said to do for 1 p.m. So then when I hit the go live button, I entered you into the chat. You and I were talking. We had our communication going. We had everything going on. And it said we were live, right? It said we were totally live. We had the live button. I had the live connection going on. And now it says, now people are saying we weren't live. So I don't know what the hell, man. God damn it. You try to do something good and it always fucks up. At least for me, anyways.